All right, day one here out here in one of my favourite goldfields, New South Wales, south coast. So I'm up quite high in the mountain ranges today. Plan is to scout around. I've got some interesting areas I've been checking out on the map, so I want to look at them. Sun's just rising. It's about, I think it's about 5:45. Got my coffee on, so we're going to see what we can find today. Areas of interest, looking for reef gold today coming off the slopes, and later on in the day I'm going to head my way down to the creeks and see what we can find, maybe some alluvials or some gold that's washed off the reefs up high. So yeah, cracking day, looking forward to it. Clear skies, and let's get into it. Right, we've got the BT50 space cab model here today. I've just changed this from an MROC. I love this car. Chuck this toolbox on, so this has got all the things you need in it. Got your oven, I've got some sausage rolls to cook later. Just heated up a jug of water. I'm gonna have a coffee. I've got my power station in here. Got my shower in a bucket, metal bucket, and just all my charging gear and some detecting stuff up here. So we'll make a coffee and we'll get into the day. Here I'll give you an indication of how high we are. So I'm actually at the coast, but check out this mountain range. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. No, it doesn't look like you can, but what looks like a lake, this area here, that's actually clouds. So when I look up, I can't get any higher, but when I look up, that is a big bed of clouds. So yeah, we are way above the cloud range at the moment. Pretty special place. A few yowies about, heard a few last night, but yeah, the yowies accept me, so looking forward to getting into the day now. Bit of scenery, just post bushfires, about 2 years now. I remember coming here after the bushfires, and this was like cow paddocks. You could see through here for miles, for kilometers. Now you look, you've got the road, and good luck trying to get 5 meters into that. And this is everywhere. So no fire is ever gonna destroy a forest. It's just insane. Like you kick a footy in there, you're not getting it back. Yeah, amazing place. All right, it's about 7:30 in the morning. Got myself a nice, beautiful creek. Tranquility. So this morning I'll be running the Sadie. Got the Sadie coil 8x6. Running it with a steel phase. Just gives it a bit of a boost. And also got the 5000 at the moment. So just done a bit of a crossing, had to get my feet wet, so we'll get these socks back on, we'll venture up creek and see what we can find for the day. Alrighty, working the creek's been here about an hour and had a screamer. So I've picked up 5 junk targets, nails, bit of iron, bit of rust, but you got to check everything. So I've just pulled this out of the creek. Now it's not gold, all right, but looks like a coin. This is the hole that it's come from, right next to the creek. Now because we're finding a lot of iron and nails and old boots from the old timer shoes, you know that they're here for a reason. So there's gold here, but yeah, when I wash this in the creek, I'll have to get a photo later for you, but right up close you can see, and all I can make out is 1887. which is pretty cool. This coin has probably been here for, who knows, could be 100 years. Yeah, it could be 100 years. It's a 150 odd year old coin. So don't know if it's a Chinese one or Australian one. It's pretty buggered. There's not much of it left. But yeah, pretty cool relic. I haven't found one of them, I don't think. Having a little breather. Check out the beauty of this place. Look at that. I just love when I'm in a creek and I know gold has come out of it. Back in the day, thousands of ounces have come out of this creek. More so downstream where it opens up and all the old timers, dredge the creeks or whatever they done. But this is why I love the creeks, because every rainfall, it's going to replenish the gold veins cutting through. It's going to pull the gold out of those veins. It's going to roll from down the hills. And yeah, just check out how amazing this is. You got the rapids, little rapids down here. I'm not going in the creek. I'm also I work these banks up here, especially up higher where it gets muddy. Yeah, sorry, where it gets muddy up here, this is where I like working, up in these areas. You start digging down here generally and you just end up digging a 2-foot hole and it's just full of water and muck. So plan is to work the edges of the creek one way, and then if it permits, work the edges the other way on the way home. So I'd like to see if I can get about a kilometre upstream. That'll be good, and then 1k back. So I'll work one edge on the way up, the other edge on the way back. But that's why I love the creeks. There's no rush. I've got all day. It's 8:30 in the morning. Sunset's at about 6. I'm not staying out in this creek until 6, but there's just no rush. It's just about taking your time. I got my backpack, got 2 coils. So if I find some good diggings on the slopes as I'm walking up, I'll put the bigger coil on and venture out. But yeah, look, so far found 1 coin. That's pretty cool. I'd be stoked if I can find a grammer today, but yeah, we'll see what happens and I'll keep you guys updated. All right, I'll show you a place that I've had a lot of success getting gold in the creeks. Just so you got an idea of where we are. Okay, I'm not down in the deep water there. I'm not going snorkeling, but I'm up on the rocks here. Okay, so as these big floods come through, and the water's rushing down here, these rocks, bed rocks, the side rocks, they act as natural riffles. So generally this side of the water's coming this way, this side of any rock or any slit is going to trap gold. So I get up on here and I'm having a look like this. Alright, I got my headphones on, so you're not going to be hearing anything. But this is what I'm looking for. I'm up on the edges of the rocks. You got to be careful not to fall, of course. Right, but I'm looking for the gold. Bit of an interesting noise up there. Looking for the gold. No, it's just. Oh, we'll have a little look. I'll have an explore of that soon. It's just probably mineralization. But don't be shy to get up on the edges of the banks. I'm not going to climb up too high, but all these areas down here. And I've even once found a picker just like sitting on a rock just after some rainfall. It was just sitting there shining. The sun was hitting it perfect. But this is what I'm looking for, is gold trapped up on here, mainly in the slits of the rocks. We'll let the camera go for a snorkel. See if there's any yabbies. continues. All right, break time. So I just checked my GPS. Always take a GPS, by the way, because it's so easy to get lost out here. But just checked the GPS. I've been at it for 2 hours, and I've actually done, I think it's at 850 meters upstream. So I wanted to get to 1 kilometer, and that's actually a lot easier. It's a pretty cruisy creek. There's not much rocks or fallen trees. No gold yet, but I'm just going to keep looking, maybe as I get further upstream, because I know there's a lot of gold in this area, in this creek as well. It's mapped. I've seen other people get gold from it, so sometimes gold's like that. You could be going 3 hours with nothing, and then in the last 15 minutes you find a little patch and get 2 or 3. So secret is you've got to get at it. Get at it, keep at it, fuel up, and keep the spirits high, because as soon as you doubt yourself, you start rushing and you start thinking, oh, it's around the next corner and the next corner, and then you start finding yourself moving fast and missing everything. So better off just to go slow. Better off to go slow and know that you know that you actually got all the areas, and then you can work the next part of the creek next time. So, but beautiful. The banks are starting to get a little bit higher. Warming up too. Must be feels like about 20 degrees. It wouldn't be that warm, but maybe 15. So we'll fuel up. We'll get a bit of fresh water from the creek, and then we'll continue on. Alright, we have been detecting for, let me check my phone, 2-3 hours, 1.29 kilometers upstream. So big effort. Feet are pretty sore, a little bit wet. So it's probably going to take me 3 hours to get back if I do the same pace. I might actually go a little bit faster on the way back. So I would have covered, yeah, a little bit over 2Ks, 2.4 Ks. No gold yet, so it just shows that you're not always going to get gold. I've been here before. I know the system, well, a little bit. There's about probably 99% I don't know, but I know the basic techniques of getting gold in the creeks. The right settings, and nothing's come out yet, but you know, who can complain? I'm out in the bush loving it. Beautiful, beautiful scenes here. It's just relaxing. Good for my soul. But we're gonna have a breather, have some water, have something to eat, and might power back, see if I can do this 3-hour trip back in 2 hours. So that's the mission. Take you for a little walk here and show you what I was talking about before. When you're looking through the creek, you're looking through the creek, and I'm not looking for, but this is why a lot of gold's in these creeks, because you've got these bedrock sections popping out. Watch when we go over here. Just do a little jump over the water here. So what happens is you got gold flowing off the reef systems way up high. These mountains are huge. But see these veins as well, these quartz veins intersecting the creek everywhere. This is only a narrow one, but you see sections of this. And when you get these veins that actually have gold in them, as the big flood floods through, it's going to pull that gold out of there over time. So you can see there's a big quartz vein here. So people, I guess the old timers, they might have dollied this up, seeing if there's gold in it, and crush it. But we're not doing that. We cheat with our detectors. But yeah, we're looking for this quartz from the bedrock. As the water's gushing down, this would all be underwater at some stage in big floods, but as the water's gushing down, it pulls little nuggets out of the veins, as well as a lot of the stuff coming up from the reef system. So that's a little bit about how the gold gets down the creeks. All this stuff down here, obviously you can't get in there now, but it's just thick sediment, so you can dig a meter sometimes and not hit bedrock. So stick to the edges here. Tell you what, you have to be crazy to like this game. Just done the walk back to the car. Now I don't know if the camera shows this, but I had to stop there for a break. About there. About there. Had a guess from the maps. I think it's about, could be wrong here, but about 250 meters elevation from the creek to the car. And I am buggered. But that was the morning session over. No gold, found a coin. So I'm gonna cook up a feed shortly and then head off to the next spot. A little bit in the arvo. Might have a shower too because I'm dripping sweat. So, only the crazy people are out here. All right, show you the shower setup. So we've got a cooker. Got a pot here. Well, it's actually just a metal bucket. And we've got our water here. Pretty simple setup. I've tried those portable showers, as they so call them, but nothing portable about them. You need gas bottles, and I just move my stuff out of the way. Oh. Yeah, you need those portable ones. You need gas bottles. What else do you need? A big water source. Power, it's just hard. Check this out for a shower. Water in. What have got? 22 litre bucket here. I only need about 7 or 8 litres of water. Might open the top up, get a bit of water flow in there. This shower setup cost me about 30 bucks, 40, plus the shower 30, $70. 70 bucks and you got showers for the weekend. You easily get 3 showers out of this, but I'll do 2 and I'll just use the rest for drinking and whatnot. All right, we're nearly done. Now crank this baddie on. There we go, we're cooking. So this will take about probably 10 minutes to boil that. I'll plug my shower in and I'll be ready to go. This is the shower setup. About $30, 20 bucks, something like that. Pretty straightforward. You got your hook. By the time I do this and crack a beer, that water will nearly be ready. Now the 12 volt just goes straight into my battery pack, which charges my phones and my detector gear and cameras. This is my little pack here. Shower connection straight into the 12 volt. You can hear that pump already. So it's a 1 minute shower setup. They're ready to roll. 12 volt in there. This is cooking. Now we just wait a few minutes and get lunch ready, and we're good to go. This video proudly sponsored by... Nah, kidding. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. Water's getting warm in the bucket. Just catching me breath now, but here's a look in the daytime of the setup. Pretty basic. Cab, single space cab, you got your toolbox on the back. This, I can go away in this for 3-4 days, not a problem. I just have a swag in the back there, keep my swag off the ground. Esky in there. That esky holds ice for about 5 days if you keep it topped up. And this is what I love. This is all about, this is bush time. It's not all about the gold. Yes, we'd love to get the gold more and more, but you know, it's just being out in the nature. Doing the grind Monday to Friday, working hard. Working hard. And then come Friday, it's playtime, so gotta love it. So my plan is, I'm gonna have a shower, get my energy back, have a good feed. Got some crankskis in the esky. And then there's another creek I got mapped out, so I'm gonna go give that a try. By the time I get out of here and over to there, I don't know, there might only be 1 or 2 hours left of light, so we'll see how we go. Otherwise I'll just camp up there, start a fire, and do a morning session and then head off back home around 10 or 11 or lunchtime. But if the gold's coming out, I'll stay there till night. So that's the plan so far. Let's check in on this water. You can see the water's just starting to bubble now. Light bubble, so still got a little bit to go. Now, in case you're thinking no suds near the creeks when I had a shower, as I showed before, it is hundreds and hundreds of meters down this road. So my suds will be well and truly gone just by there. All right, shower done. Feeling fresh now, so I just got to lock all the gear up. Choice of crank skis. Got a choice of crank skis or sausage rolls in the oven, in the trucky oven. And beers are getting cold in the or ciders. So had shower, new clothes on, I'm ready to roll. Good morning, other than the gold, but you know what? I'd still give it a good 6 out of 10. But if I had found one flake, one little half grammer, this would be a 10 out of 10, and that's what gold does. But I gotta love it either way. It's cheap to get out, and it's about, you know, grounding yourself and getting back into the nature. So yeah, off to the next part. I should have filmed that, but I didn't want to go down that big hill because it was quite boggy, and I went to turn around and I literally got stuck sideways. So I just reversed out about 100 meters up a steep hill, but wasn't sure if the BT50 would get out of here like that, and it just charged up like it was first gear. So maybe that's the saying, when in doubt, reverse out. And it just charged out of here, so much easier than getting jackknifed and stuck between two trees. All right, off to the next track. All right, that was my first ever video of gold trips. I've been into the gold for many years now. I work in the dental space Monday to Friday, and on the weekends I try to get away, but having young kids and sport and things like that, I don't often get away too much. But wanted to film that for you guys, just to give you a bit of an insight on what I do, why I love it, and you know, maybe you pick something up out of it. So I did plan to film a day 2, but day 2 my friend actually came down from Sydney, James, and we met up and yeah, had a ball day 2. So I didn't actually do any filming, but look, I'll be down the next few weeks and I'll be at it again. So look, if you like this video, as all the YouTubers say, give us a like, give us a subscribe, because these generally take many hours to edit, film, thinking about it, and it's not something that I have that much time for. But if people see value in it, then yeah, look, I'm more than happy to go and help you guys and do that. So chuck us a like, a subscribe, chuck us a comment, good or bad, I can handle it all. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video.